All right, more gloomy news. Now, this is really great. Now, this is the Daily Mail, y'all. Prep for eternity. More gloomy news. Biden backs plan to block sunlight from the earth in bid to limit global warming. President Joe Biden has indicated he is open to an audacious geoengineering plan to block sunlight from the earth, which some scientists warn could have devastating side effects. Now, clearly Joe Biden is a conspiracy theorist because they can't do this like aerosolized injections and stratospheric spraying. You know, they can't do this. This doesn't happen. They've
true.
never done it. They haven't known about it since the Civil War. If y'all want to know some other cool history that's related to the War of Northern Aggression, is the way that they observed and how they found out that they could cloud seed was actually from the War of Northern Aggression and all the gunpowder and gun smoke being in the air, and then it would rain. So it's pretty interesting. But that's just some more War of Northern Aggression facts for you that you didn't know. This is a value for value proposition. So if you do enjoy, appreciate, and benefit from the content that we produce, please go over to TheTexasBoys.com. Right now, act now, freedom for 5% off, 24 hours. All right.
Yep. So, and also just a big thank you to everybody that has went over to TheTexasBoys.com and has made a purchase over there. Since doing the Mike Adams interview, we have gotten so many new orders, and just wanted to say big thank you to everyone. And we are working super hard to get them out. So just be patient with us, because there's a lot of orders and trying to keep track of everything. And then with the 4th of July thrown in there, then the storms,
and then the internet,
because it's all internet based. So if you don't have internet, you can't do anything. Yeah, so we have the internet that just like randomly keeps cutting in and cutting out. So it's like you pack up 1 or 2 orders and then the internet goes out for a couple hours, and
probably. So the White House has opened the door to this plan to block sunlight. So, you know, not like, but I know this sounds like demagoguery and playing God and all that stuff, but they want to block sunlight, even though they can't do that and they've never done it. Okay. So this is completely conspiratorial. I'm still trying to figure out why the White House is playing to the tinfoil hatters and acting like they can even do this, when we know that despite the fact that there are multiple patents on file and it is clearly observable.
So we have solar farms that we're putting in, but now we're going to block out the sun.
Interesting. So just in case the solar panels actually did work, will
generated any type of electricity.
Work. That's interesting. So, okay.
There you go.
Despite some scientists warning the effort could have untold side effects from altering the chemical makeup of the atmosphere, President Joe Biden's administrations have admitted they're open to the idea, which has never been attempted before. What do you mean it's never? Who said that it's been attempted before? I mean, why did they insert that in there? That was weird. In a report released Friday by the officials, suggested limiting sunlight to rapidly cool the planet, a process known as solar radiation modification. Now, we do have John Brennan. Was he Secretary of State? Well, John Brennan is right on the tubes talking about aerosolized injections and chemtrailing for you normie folk. You know, we get lambasted for using the term chemtrail, but it is the much more commonly known term for us, you know, tinfoil hat wearers. In a report released Friday by the White House, officials suggested limiting sunlight. Okay, so SRM, so we need an acronym, obviously. The administration added a note of skepticism to the report by noting that Congress ordered it, insisting it has not made any decisions on engineering policy. And we also know about the dude from one of the New Jersey universities. I forget that guy. There's a guy up there in the crackhead Northeast, and he is like, I forget, Princeton. It might be Princeton. And my buddy Paul, he's probably not watching, but if my buddy Paul's watching, he would definitely know the guy's name and he could put it in the chat. But I don't think brother Paul's watching right now. So there's Brandon. You know, he's a cool cat, bro. He's got Ray-Bans on, man.
He's blocking out the sun right there.
Yeah, he's blocking out the sun. Because his pupils are dilated because he's on, like, you know, the speed they put him on so that he can partially form a part of a word of a sentence. President Biden has opened the door. What? Whoa, this is repeating itself. What is this, written by ChatGPT? One method would be to significantly increase the amount of aerosols in the stratosphere, which would reflect the sun's rays from the planet. Now, Dane Wigington has been reporting on this since probably what in the world are they spraying? And that was probably 2011, talking about these metal aerosolized injections. And now they're using the term aerosols in the stratosphere, and they're talking about metals. It's weird. It's like the exact same thing. Other ideas floated included increasing cloud coverage over oceans, reducing the amount of cirrus cloud formations, which reflect solar radiation back to the Earth. They're going to just change cloud formations. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
They already do that.
Yeah, and they're so satanic, and they hate God so much. It's really sad. The report noted that undertaking the mammoth task. See, this is all about postmodern, post-truth reconstruction, where he said, now, we've never done this before, even though we've been doing it for 40 years. We've never done this before, but we're going to consider doing this, and we might just do this, but we'll see. You know, there are risks, even though we've been doing it for 40, 50, 60 years. How long they've been doing it? Like anybody would actually know. But so they're going to eliminate cirrus clouds. The report noted that undertaking the mammoth task could have severe ramifications, weather patterns, and food supplies.
Just a little bit.
I mean, how bad can weather be? Weather can't do anything bad, and who needs food? I mean,
yeah, for real. Who needs food when you got grasshoppers? I mean,
I mean, we have bugs to eat. I mean, which would in turn impact biodiversity, geopolitics, and health. You know, like they're blaming everything on global warming now, and now they're saying that if they cool the planet, it's going to affect your health. You know, you'll probably stroke out or something. You'll probably have like massive heart attacks and strokes if they try to block out the sun. It's also suggested that committing to the idea, then backtracking and changing course could lead to abrupt warming as the sun's rays suddenly heat the earth once more. Dude, logic and reason are absolutely dead. Gone. Postmodern, post-truth, while insisting that it was not definitively moving ahead, even though Kill Bates was just talking about all this nonsense, right? And saying that he was going to do it, and all these guys were going to do it, and we might do it. It's so weird, dude. But that this is postmodern, post-truth, you know, global citizenry, while insisting that it was not definitely moving ahead with the plan. The Biden administration insisted in its report that the idea appeared promising. So all the people that have been warring against this for the past 20, 30, 40 years and explaining how terrible it is and testing the soil and finding all the heavy metals, but now this appears promising. It said a program of research into the practice enable better informed decisions about the potential risks and benefits of blocking the sun. So I'm going to translate. It's safe and effective, y'all. See, so trust the science. It's safe and effective. Some scientists are skeptical and they're worried about it. It's going to affect your health. It's going to affect geopolitics, because war as a weapon wasn't a white paper released by the Air Force that is readily available online, war as a weapon. And you can even, believe it or not, you can even Google that. And if you Google war as a weapon, you will find our Air Force white papers on how they will modify the weather to attack their enemy. So, and I mean, it's not like the American citizenry is their enemy or anything. I mean, this is a comedy show, y'all. We're not bringing you the news. This is a comedy show. Okay. So just want to make that clear for any of the algorithms that are Al Gore and all of your rhythms. Put down the bongo drums, Al. Okay. Just saying. The White House added that exploring the idea would also allow a better understanding of the foundational elements of greenhouse gas emission mitigation and adaptation. SRM offers the possibility of cooling the planet significantly on a timescale of a few years. No, it doesn't, because they've been doing it for a very long time. It definitely doesn't work that quick, and it doesn't kill us as fast as they would prefer either. While noting the idea could have benefits, the White House maintained that it has made no firm decision over using the risky plan. Some scientists feel the plan could be used as a last resort against climate change. Others warn it could have catastrophic consequences on the atmosphere. Well, those scientists need to trust the science. Exactly. And I've heard that it is safe and effective.
All we're doing is blocking out the sun. It's nothing major, It's
just going to block out the sun a little bit, and then when we need it, we'll unblock it.
Yeah. Won't that be the day?
Yeah, it'd be great. And the government has done really stupid, terrible things to completely implode and demolish our currency.
Poisoned and killed millions of people before.
There's been no
never done that before.
Experiments or Operation Mockingbird or never. MK Ultra or any of that stuff. But anyway, in a statement accompanying the report, the administration said there are no plans underway to establish a comprehensive research program focused on solar radiation modification.
You like how they have to keep repeating it the same, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Trust us, we're not doing it.
We've never done it.
Never done it.
We're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Not gonna do it. Scientists have been split over the potential benefits of the risky plan. They keep saying the same thing. With some warning, it could result in catastrophic change in the Earth's atmosphere. Others, however, claim it could be used as a last resort if fears over climate change are realized. If these fears are ever realized in the coming years and decades. The fact that this report even exists is probably the most consequential component of this release, said Suchi Talati, the executive director of the Alliance for Just Deliberation on Solar Geoengineering. I didn't think there was such a thing as solar geoengineering. What other geoengineering are they doing? This report also signals that the U.S. government is supportive of well-governed research, including outdoor experimentation, which I think is quite significant. The Biden administration made climate policy one of its central policy platforms in recent years, inserting the issue into other sectors, including infrastructure and transportation. This marked a significant shift in policy from Biden's predecessor, Bad Orange Man, who famously once described climate change as a hoax created by the Chinese. In its report, the White House doubled down on its commitment to tackling climate issues. Climate change is already having profound effects on the physical and natural world and on human well-being, and these effects will only grow as greenhouse gas concentrations increase and warming continues. Unfortunately for them, warming has stopped, so now they must act quickly before the gig is up.
So we need to spray some more toxic chemicals into the atmosphere to help
do
speed
the
up.
bad thing
Yeah.
to prevent the bad thing. But don't worry, science says it's safe and effective. Understanding these impacts
Keep chanting that
crucial
over and over again
to enable informed decisions around a possible role for SRM in addressing human hardships associated with climate change. Crazy, y'all. So there you go. The Let's Go Brandon administration wants to spray us like the bugs we are. And in a twist of irony, they want to feed us the bugs. They want to spray us. They want to smog us and fog us with the DDT like we're bugs. And then in turn, they want us to eat the bugs. So eat the bugs.